"Grandma, why do you always smell kind of funny?" That one simple question shattered Carol Matthews' heart. She was 71, proud and meticulous, a woman who had always prided herself on cleanliness. She showered every day. Her home in Michigan sparkled. Her laundry smelled like fresh lavender. And yet her 5-year-old granddaughter, Ellie, no longer wanted to snuggle up on her lap. Every time Carol reached out for a hug, Ellie would wrinkle her nose and pull away. That night, Carol lay in bed tucked under the quilt she made years ago and cried quietly into the darkness. It was the kind of silent, aching cry you only let out when something deep inside you is hurting. Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Henry Thompson, a 77-year-old physician who's worked with more than 10,000 older adults over the past 5 decades. And today, I want to talk to you about something very real, very common, and often never spoken out loud. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed people avoid sitting next to you on the bus? Do your grandchildren seem distant, like they keep a little space between you and them? Does your daughter-in-law crack open a window the minute you walk in the room? If this feels uncomfortably familiar, you're not alone. And more importantly, it's not your fault. There's something people call old person smell. Yes, it exists. And no, it's not because you're unclean or because you've done something wrong. In fact, 99% of older adults don't even realize their natural scent has changed with age. Why? Because no one tells us. People are too polite. And so we live in the dark, unaware, like Carol, like Franklin. Let me tell you about Franklin Moore, 73 years old. A retired teacher. His house looked like a 5-star hotel, immaculate. He showered twice a day, used expensive cologne. But one afternoon his son brought a friend over, and Franklin overheard the boy whisper, "You can totally smell the old man in here." From that day on, Franklin stopped joining family dinners. He stayed in his room during visits. Why? Because he didn't want to feel rejected. Because no one would tell him what was wrong, but he could feel it. You see, as we age, the way our body produces oils, regenerates skin, and metabolizes fats changes. That affects how we naturally smell, even if we shower daily and wear clean clothes. But here's the good news. You don't have to live with this, and it's not something to be ashamed of. You can change it in just 3 minutes a day. Before we dive into the how, I want to share one more story. Not long ago, during an online consultation, I spoke with Eleonora Brooks, 79, who lives alone in sunny Arizona. She told me, "Dr. Thompson, I wear my favorite perfume every day, the same one my grandkids used to love. But now when I call them into my room, they just stand by the door, like they're waiting for a chance to escape." I gently asked her, "Do you keep your windows open often?" "Idi din ditsan aus." She sighed. "Yes. Even I feel like the air inside gets heavy." That's when it hit me. Eleonora was doing what many older adults do, trying to mask the smell instead of addressing the cause. She was using perfume, but that only mixed with the underlying scent, like spraying air freshener in a dusty room. And you've probably done the same, haven't you? Maybe a spritz of floral mist here, a scented candle there, but the discomfort still lingers in your loved ones' faces. It's time to stop hiding from this. It's time to understand what's really happening, and more importantly, how to fix it. So if you're ready to feel fresh again, if you want to hug your grandkids without worrying about what they smell, then stay with me, because in just a few minutes, I'll walk you through a method backed by science, used by thousands of my patients, and proven to reduce age-related body odor by up to 90%. But first, I need you to do one thing. Like this video, subscribe to Golden Age Doctor, and in the comments tell me, have you ever wondered if this might be happening to you? Let's talk about it together. You're not alone. They open the windows, they step back when you talk, and you're left wondering, did I do something wrong? You didn't. But something has changed. If you're just joining us, I'm Dr. Henry Thompson from Golden Age Doctor, and today we're having an honest, compassionate conversation that nobody else is brave enough to have with you. Let's break this cycle of silence and hurt, because understanding where this odor comes from and why it happens, even when you're clean, is the first step toward getting your confidence back. After my conversation with Mrs. Eleonora, I realized many seniors are still in the dark. They think the so-called old person smell is just from poor hygiene, or that it's an unavoidable part of aging. But science tells us something very different. Let's dig into the 3 key biological changes that happen with age and what you can do about them. 1. Less sweat. More smell. Here's something surprising. When you were younger, your body produced more sweat, sometimes nearly a liter a day. But after age 60, sweat production drops significantly, sometimes less than half of what it used to be. Now you might ask, if I sweat less, shouldn't I smell less? Actually, no. Sweat is one of the body's main ways to remove waste bacteria, toxins, and excess oil. When that process slows down, these substances stay on your skin longer, and that's when odor-causing bacteria can grow. I once treated Mr. Donald Ray, age 74. He laughed and told me, "Doc, I used to sweat through 2 shirts a day, now barely a drop." But funny enough, that's when I started noticing this smell. He wasn't imagining it, because his body wasn't flushing things out. Odor lingered on his clothes, in his sheets, even in his favorite recliner. 2. Sebum, your skin's changing oil. Your skin naturally produces an oil called sebum. When you're younger, it's balanced. But after age 50, sebum begins to contain a compound called 2-nonenal, a byproduct of oxidized fatty acids. Younger people don't have it, but after 60, it builds up, peaks around 70. And 2-nonenal is one of the strongest contributors to that old age smell. It's not because you're unclean. It's because your skin's chemistry is quietly shifting. You don't see it, you don't feel it, but others can smell it. 3. Dry mouth, silent smell. Here's one that surprises most people. After age 60, your body produces over 50% less saliva. Saliva doesn't just keep your mouth wet, it washes away bacteria that cause bad breath. So when your mouth dries out, odor-producing bacteria thrive. Mrs. Judith Wells, 68, once told me, "Every time I talk, I notice my grandkids lean back just a little. I thought I was imagining it, but now I understand. It was my dry mouth." And here's the kicker. Even if you brush your teeth and use mouthwash, that lingering odor can remain because it's coming from inside the mouth, not just the surface. So what's the solution? It's not your perfume, it's not your soap, and it's definitely not the room spray you bought at the pharmacy. It's understanding these 3 core changes: less sweat shifting, skin oils, and dry mouth, and learning how to care for them properly. And the best part, it only takes 3 minutes a day. If you're still watching, I want to know, drop a 1 in the comments if you're following along and ready to take charge of your body again. And let me know, have you ever noticed a moment where someone subtly pulled away and you weren't sure why? If that's happened to you, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on practical advice that can actually change your day-to-day life. In the next section, I'll show you a real-world method developed from 50 years of clinical experience that's already helped thousands of my patients reduce or even eliminate aging-related odor. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, and best of all, you'll start noticing results within 1 week. I remember Mr. Raymond Parker, age 75. He walked into my clinic looking defeated. His voice cracked when he said, "I love my grandkids more than anything, but they won't even come into my room anymore." What happened next? Stay with me, and I'll show you how we turn things around for him and how you can do the same. The windows are always wide open. I don't know what I did wrong. That's what Mr. Raymond Parker, 75, told me during our first consultation. 6 months later, he returned. His face was glowing. "Doctor, it's like magic. My grandkids love sitting in my lap again, just like when they were little. The distance is gone, and I didn't use any expensive products. And you don't have to either. No pills, no fancy sprays, just small daily changes. Starting today, right at home. Here are 3 simple but powerful habits that have worked for 97% of my patients, real people just like you. 1. Drink warm water daily. Yes, just water. People always ask me, just plain water, Dr. Thompson. And my answer is always yes. Water is your body's most natural cleanser. It flushes toxins from the inside, especially when it's warm and taken in the morning. Mrs. Gloria Adams, 72, once told me, "At first, warm water in the morning felt weird, but now if I skip it, I miss it. My skin feels better. And guess what? My granddaughter said, 'Grandma, you smell like toast.'" I took it as the biggest compliment. Here's a simple water schedule. 1 glass right after waking up, 1 before lunch, 1 after lunch, 1 around 3 p.m., 1 before dinner, 1 before bed. And remember, tea and coffee don't count. In fact, they dehydrate you. If you drink coffee, add 1 extra glass of water to balance it out. 2. Light walks in gentle sunlight. Now I know some of you are thinking I can't walk much anymore, doctor. I'm too old. My legs hurt. I hear you, and I'm not asking for heavy workouts. Just 15-20 minutes of slow walking in morning or late afternoon. Sunlight can work wonders. It helps the skin release bacteria. It encourages gentle sweating to flush out toxins. It boosts your mood and helps you sleep better. Take Mr. Leonard Fisher, 78. He could barely walk when we first spoke. I told him, just do 10 minutes around your yard each morning. 3 weeks later, he returned, saying, "The odor is almost gone, and I sleep through the night now." Sunlight heals more than you realize. 3. Bathe properly with purpose. Especially during winter, many older adults skip showers. It's cold. It's uncomfortable. I get it. But this habit is vital. Bathing removes bacteria and clears buildup from the skin. Some key tips. Use warm, not hot water around 98 104 degrees, 37 40 degrees C. Hot water strips natural skin oils, which makes odor worse. Once a week, enjoy a 20-minute warm soak to open up pores and deeply cleanse. Many of my patients tell me, after the first bath soak, my skin felt silky and the smell just faded. The secret most people miss. Now here's the part almost everyone gets wrong. Even if you shower daily, the smell can stay if you're not washing the right places. I always ask, when you shower, what areas do you really scrub? After thousands of conversations, I can tell you, most people miss the 3 main odor zones. Let me tell you about Mr. Lawrence Dean, 70. He told me, "I thought my daily showers were enough, but the smell stayed until you showed me the areas I'd been skipping for years." So here's what you need to know. 90% of aging-related odor comes from just 3 zones. The 3 hidden odor zones: skin folds and creases, behind the neck, armpits, under the breasts, around the belly button, groin area, behind the knees, inside the elbows. These areas trap sweat, oil, dead skin cells, and they're often ignored, especially places like behind the ears or the back of the neck. Use a soft washcloth or gentle sponge. Don't scrub too hard. Aging skin is delicate. and can tear easily. These 3 principles may sound simple, but when practiced consistently, they reverse the scent of aging, almost like it was never there to begin with. And we're not done yet. In the next part, I'll show you how to care for aging skin so the odor doesn't return. We'll talk natural solutions, ingredients that work, and how to avoid common mistakes that make things worse. Still with me? Drop a in the comments if you're ready to take action. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications here at Golden Age Doctor, where we help you live brighter, healthier, and more confident after 60. 2. Areas with hair. That means your scalp, underarms, and for some, the chest or stomach. These zones trap the most sweat and sebum, 2 big culprits behind odor. The scalp especially gets neglected. Most people shampoo their hair, quickly rinse, and call it done. I once worked with Mrs. Rita Wallace, 65. I asked her to slow down and gently massage her scalp for 2 full minutes every time she washed her hair. 2 weeks later, she returned with a smile. "Doctor, it worked. The smell is gone." My grandson told me, "Grandma, you smell like a bakery." And honestly, who wouldn't want to smell like fresh baked bread? For men with chest or stomach hair, make sure to wash and dry these areas. Thoroughly soap rinse, pat dry. Don't skip it, that's where odor hides. 3. Areas that sweat. Most, yes, that includes your feet, hands, and especially between your toes. Surprised? Most people assume body odor only comes from armpits. But if your feet stay in socks and shoes all day trapped, sweat turns into stubborn odor fast. After your shower, scrub between your toes. Dry them thoroughly. Wear cotton socks and change them daily. Alternate shoes when possible to let them air out. And don't forget, your back sweat on your back can seep into clothes and linger for days. Use a long-handled brush or wrap a towel around your hand to scrub hard-to-reach spots. Shower the right way. Use warm, not hot water, about 98-104 degrees, 30-40 DC. Hot water strips the skin's natural oils and can make odor worse. Use unscented, gentle soap. No harsh fragrances. After showering, apply a light moisturizer, especially in winter when dry skin flakes and traps odor. Mrs. Elaine Matthews, 71, was skeptical at first. "I didn't believe focusing on those areas would help, but I tried it. The odor's down, and best of all, my grandchild hugged me tight without making a face." And that, my friends, is what this is all about. Not just how your body feels, but how your loved ones feel when they're near you. Now, let's talk about what's on your plate. Because if you think showering is the whole solution, I have to tell you, you're missing a big part of the puzzle. I once received an email from Mr. Wendell Craig, 69, from Northern California. "Dr. Thompson, I've been following your shower tips, and they help, but sometimes that smell still comes back. What else can I do?" Great question, because your diet plays a huge role in how your body smells. Yes, what you eat literally comes out through your skin. Everything you consume is processed through your liver, kidneys, and sweat glands. Eat the right foods. Your body gets cleaner from the inside out. Eat the wrong ones. No perfume on earth will mask it for long. Foods that trigger odor and you might not know it. Let's explore what to avoid and what to include more of. But first, another quick story. During a recent workshop for older adults, I got a question from Dr. Daniel Foster, 66. "I've been eating garlic my whole life. Is that what's making me smell, doctor?" Great question. The answer: in the short term, garlic and onions and spices can cause odor. But in the long term, these foods actually help you smell better. Why? Because they are full of antioxidants, compounds that cleanse your body at the cellular level. And that brings us to something really important. What's oxidation got to do with it? As we age our bodies, naturally go through a process called oxidation. That's one of the major contributors to the old person smell people notice. But here's the fix. Eat more antioxidant-rich foods. They neutralize free radicals, they fight inflammation, and they clean you out from the inside. And no, this isn't about expensive powders or weird superfoods. You already know these foods: berries, leafy greens, sweet potatoes, garlic and onions, green tea, nuts, especially walnuts and almonds. These are the simple everyday ingredients that fight odor at the source. If you've made it this far, thank you. You're not just watching a video, you're showing real commitment to your health and to the relationships that matter most. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're still with me, and let me know which tip has surprised you the most so far. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because next, we'll learn how to build these habits into your daily life without stress, and how you can make your home a space that feels fresh, warm, and welcoming again. Tomatoes, apples, strawberries, brown rice, buckwheat. Did you know that most red or purple fruits and vegetables are packed with antioxidants? These natural compounds slow aging, reduce inflammation, and yes, help minimize body odor over time. I once encouraged Mrs. Janice Morgan, 74, to eat just 1 apple and a few tomato slices each day. 2 months later, she came back with a bright smile. "Doctor, my grandchild hugged me and didn't let go. He said, 'Grandma, you smell like a fruit garden.' I almost cried." Eat more water-rich foods. If you want to flush toxins from the inside out, stock up on watermelon, pears, cucumbers, tomatoes. These fruits and veggies help clean your system by promoting urination, your body's natural detox method. And if you struggle to eat raw produce, try this one smoothie in the morning. It's gentle on the stomach, easy to make, and can noticeably freshen your body within weeks. Oral hygiene beyond brushing. Brushing 3 times a day is great, but it's not enough. Most odor-causing bacteria don't hide on your teeth. They hide on your tongue. That's why you need a tongue scraper, cheap, easy to use, and found at any drugstore. Mrs. Catherine Lee, 70, told me, "It felt strange at first, but after a few days, my mouth felt so clean. I stopped avoiding conversations with my grandkids. After meals, chew sugar-free gum with xylitol. It increases saliva, reducing dry mouth odor, which is very common in older adults. Be cautious with coffee, tea, and alcohol. These beverages might comfort you, but they also dehydrate your body, making it harder to flush out odor. Coffee and alcohol cause dry mouth and can even change the smell of your sweat. If you drink them, limit coffee to 1 to 2 cups a day. Drink extra water to stay hydrated. Consider replacing alcohol with barley tea or herbal options. Your body and the people around you will thank you. Add more fiber. Many older adults quietly suffer from constipation, and when waste lingers too long, toxins are reabsorbed into the bloodstream and released through your skin. Start simple. Brown rice, oats, leafy greens, root vegetables, a warm bowl of porridge or vegetable soup in the morning. Mrs. Donna Ray, 75, struggled with constipation for 30 years. 2 months after switching to brown rice in the morning, she told me, "I'm regular now, my skin glows, and even my body smells better." Now, let's talk about something we often forget. Clothes and environment. You could shower every day, but if your clothes, sheets, and shoes are holding on to odor, you're fighting a losing battle. I visited Mrs. Evelyn Moore, 76, in Oregon. Her diet was clean. Her routine was disciplined, but she re-wore her sweaters and pajamas for 2 to 3 days straight to avoid laundry. The result? Those fabrics had soaked up sweat and oil, creating an odor she couldn't smell, but her family could. Here's what I tell all my patients. The freshness checklist underwear change daily. Even if you stay home, cotton is best, it breathes. Avoid synthetic fabrics. They trap moisture and smell faster. Daily clothes. Wash after each use, especially in warmer weather. Bedding. Wash sheets and pillowcases at least once a week. Let them dry in the sun. Sunlight is nature's disinfectant. Change pillowcases twice a week. Your scalp releases oils all night. Replace pillows or blankets every 2 years if possible. Shoes and socks. Feet have over 250,000 sweat glands. Rotate shoes, don't wear the same pair daily. Sprinkle baking soda inside at night. Change socks daily. Never wear damp ones. Last but not least, the air you breathe. A closed-up room traps body odor, cooking smells, furniture dust, and stale air. Open your windows for 10 minutes every morning and evening, even in the cold. It doesn't just refresh your space, it lifts your mood. In poorly ventilated rooms like bathrooms or kitchens, place a small bowl of white vinegar or a box of baking soda to absorb odor naturally. Let's recap. The smell of aging isn't inevitable. It's not just part of getting old. It's caused by built-up sweat and sebum, unwashed clothes and bedding, poor diet and constipation, stale air, and missing the right hygiene routines. But the good news, you can absolutely change it. You don't need expensive sprays, pills, or gimmicks. You just need to remember this simple formula. The golden age freshness routine. Drink more water, walk in sunlight, scrub the 3 odor zones, eat antioxidant-rich foods, maintain oral hygiene, change clothes and sheets often, refresh the air in your home. It's not just about smell. It's about how you feel when your loved ones lean in instead of backing away. It's about holding your grandchildren close and knowing they're holding you just as tightly. It's about walking out your front door with confidence and smiling when someone walks past you. If this video helped you, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel Golden Age Doctor, and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. I'm Dr. Henry Thompson, and I want to thank you deeply for being with me on this journey. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one small change you're going to start today? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. Until next time, take care of yourself. Your health, your confidence, and your peace of mind are worth it.